right, let's get started. I am your host, Vance Mizzi, and this is another episode of Message from Your Mentor. So, today we're going to talk about something that is very, very near and dear to most of us, and we hear about it all the time, but maybe we don't know the exact meaning of it, and that is accountability. Okay, different people talk about accountability in different manners. Making sure you do what you say and following through on everything that you wrote down today. Being accountable for your actions. And uh, how about this? Accountability is that idea or ideal of what I do today. Does it matter, or will it make a difference in the future? It's number one. And number two, the difference that it makes, is it going to help or hinder me in achieving my goals? So that starts turning accountability a little bit different. Okay. And what I mean by that is being accountable to yourself. Did you make your calls? Did you do this? Did you do that? That's all good. But are you doing things that are pushing your personal agenda forward? If not, why not? If so, what are they? And can you double down on them? Okay, can you act more? Can you shorten distances between goals? Okay, where my coach talks about 20-year goals, right? Putting that out 20 years from now and saying, okay, everything I do today has to bring me closer to that 20-year end gap. Okay, now what if you said 6 months or 6 days or by the end of today? Okay, what am I doing that's going to push my agenda forward to achieve what I set forth for today, for tomorrow, next week, next month, 20 years from now? Then I was speaking with them as well, and they said, okay, so what are you doing? What if you don't do it? Do you, is there a price for you to pay other than the end result? Because unfortunately, the end result is a hit or miss. Okay, when we say, oh, I want to sell, 10 houses or 20 houses, or I want to do this, I want to do that, and you don't, well, you didn't. What's the issue? Okay, what's the price I pay for not doing what I say I'm going to do? That's accountability. Okay, that is true accountability. Saying, okay, if I do this, I get that. If I don't, then this happens. Whoa. Okay, are you ready to put something like that in place for yourself? Okay, I'll tell you what. Most people who say they're ready are ready because they know they'll do it. Okay, the people who are like, no, I'm not comfortable with that, already know they're not going to do it. They've already counted themselves out and said, not a chance. Even if they might do it, once they put that, hey, if I don't, then this happens. That's where the rubber meets the road. Okay. So what is accountability to you? How does it transpire in your world? Okay. With your children, with your spouse, with your significant others, with your parents, with your brothers and sisters. Okay. Everybody's got accountability to one another. And what does that look like? And even more so, again, in your own business planning, in your own strategy for your company, for your industry, for your professional well-being. What is your accountability setup look like? Okay, do you have somebody that you speak to? Do you talk to a coach? I speak to my coach. All right, I have three coaches, and we've discussed this many times. But I have a business coach, I have a financial coach, and I also have a marketing coach. Okay, somebody who talks to me about all the different postings that I do and things to that effect, and gives me insight, not ideas and avenues to travel. Every one of them look at what I've done the last week and they give me insight to that. Okay, that's my accountability. I say I'm going to do X amount of posts a week. And if I do, they look at it and they say, okay, well, these were good, these were bad, these were junk, this was right, this was wrong. Or if I don't, they say, what are we doing here? Okay. The issue behind that type of accountability is I'm paying coaches up front to review what I've done. Right? They don't get paid for what I've done. I'm already paying them. So the idea behind that is I have to live up to that level or else I'm just throwing money out the window. Okay. Think about your accountability and what you truly will hang your hat on and say, this will get done this week. This will get done this year, right? In 10 years, this is what I will look like. This is what my business will look like. Think about it in those fashions, and you'll start seeing the actions that you take today will immediately begin to change. Because once you start thinking about what I do today has impact a year, 2 years, 3 years, or 5 days into the future, man, you become much, much more um, aware of what you're doing and what you're not doing. So take a minute and think about that. Who am I accountable to? Who am I answering to? Do I have a coach? Am I speaking with my mentor? Am I talking with different coaches? Am I talking with my broker? What's going on? Right? And how am I communicating what I want, what I'm doing, and most importantly, what I'm getting? Okay? So that said, as always, it is an honor, a privilege, and an absolute blast to spend this time with you. If you have any questions, issues, or concerns, you know what to do. Call me, text me, email me, send me smoke signals. Some way, reach out. Let's talk about your business and see what we can do to raise it to the next level. Till the next time, we'll see you soon. Have a great week and get out there and sell something. Makes you feel better. I'm telling you, it works. Have a great afternoon.